Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. Strawberry season has finally hit northern Michigan, and I went and grabbed myself a big bucket of those fresh strawberries just a couple days ago. So today I'm going to show you a recipe using these fresh Michigan strawberries. I'm talking about strawberry cobbler. Oh my gosh. Now, I made this a couple days ago for some clients of mine, and it turned out so beautiful that I thought I would share it with you. So let's make this. All right, I've got all my ingredients for this awesome strawberry cobbler. I've got milk, salt, flour, sugar, baking powder, vanilla, a stick of butter, some cornstarch, and of course, the star of the show are some fresh Michigan strawberries that I just picked up at the farm market a couple days ago. All right, so what I'm doing first is I rinsed my strawberries again, and I'm just cutting the tops of those off, and then I'm just taking a little paring knife here and I'm just cutting them into smaller chunks. I mean, it doesn't have to be halved or quartered. It's whatever, like this is a little strawberry. I'll just cut that guy in half. This guy's a little bit bigger, so I'll probably quarter him. So whatever size you think, this is gonna bake for almost an hour, so I know that all the strawberries will cook down, but so I will be right back once I get 4 cups of strawberries cut. All right, so I've got my 4 cups of rinsed and trimmed strawberries. I'm just gonna add them right into this little bowl here. And then to our 4 cups of strawberries, I'm gonna add 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Get those going, along with kind of a heaping tablespoon. Well, maybe not heaping. Along with a tablespoon, just a little bit heaping, of cornstarch. So I'll just take a spoon and kind of mix that around, get everything coated in cornstarch and sugar, and then we'll set this aside while we quickly make our batter. Now I'm going to start with our batter in this bowl. So I'm just going to do 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So there's 1.5 cups. And now we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. So I'm going to go in with 1/2 cup and then 1/2 cup of just regular granulated sugar. So now I want 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. So there's 1, there's 2, 1/4, right in there like that. To that, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And so that is our dry ingredients, and I'm just going to kind of mix these together. That is our flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Pretty simple. And now our wet ingredients. I've got 3/4 cup of that milk, a whole stick of butter melted, and it's kind of slightly cooled. It's not as hot as it was when I first melted it. Get that right in there. And then we are going to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So there is 1 teaspoon, and I'm just going to kind of do half of that. There we go. There's our vanilla, and that is it for our batter. So I'm going to just take my little dough whisk here, and I'm just kind of mix it until it's just combined. I don't want to over mix this. And then we'll get our pan ready, and I'll show you how we bake this. So simple and so good. You know I love low effort, high payoff recipes, and this is definitely another one of those. I should start a playlist of low effort recipes, and this would go in there. Okay, so that has just come together. I can stop mixing it at this point, and then we're just going to spread this in the bottom of our pan. All right, so I'm just taking a little bit of butter And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna butter the bottom of this 9x13 casserole dish, which this happens to be one of my favorites. I think it's just so pretty. I think this aqua color with those strawberries is gonna be a beautiful pan of dessert. All right, so our pan is all buttered. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take all of this out. And it's kind of thick. I think get all this batter out. And then we're gonna spread it in the bottom of this casserole dish. And we're gonna put our strawberries on top, which that cake will just kind of puff up and bake through. The cobbler, I should say, the batter will bake and puff up. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and use my spatula to kind of spread this even, or not so even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just spread this on the bottom of my pan. So I've got this all spread on the bottom of my 9x13. And now I'm just gonna spoon these strawberries over top. Just like so. Just kind of spoon them. And then I'll spread it out once everybody's on the top. So everybody can get some strawberries in every bite. And this is wonderful. I feel like this is much easier than biscuits, but when I made this for clients the other night, they said it tasted like kind of like a sweet biscuit, but you're not having to cut anything or measure anything or, like bake anything on. You just bake it all in one casserole dish. So now I'm going to get that into my preheated oven at 350 for 50 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, friends, our strawberry cobbler is out of the oven. Would you just look at that? Just look at it. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh, look at all those strawberries and how that batter bottom just baked up through the strawberries. It's gorgeous. And as you can see, well, we've already dug into it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. Now, I have to go get some vanilla ice cream for the rest of this, but I'm not gonna make you wait. So, I have a piece of this. I'm just gonna taste it as is. You could either put whipped cream, you could put ice cream. My mouth is watering. But either way, or you could eat it just plain, and it's gonna be good. So let's give it a try. Yes, that tastes sort of like a sweet, soft version of a biscuit that's all together, almost like strawberry shortcake. This is so good. Wow, that was a big bite. And those fresh Michigan strawberries, chef's kiss. I just gotta get me some ice cream. So friends, if you're looking for a good fresh strawberry recipe, try this one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Bye for now.